Hey guys, Thogden here, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, we're going to be going through the amazing moments that we've seen so far at the Africa Cup of Nations 2022. We sat down here, gave our predictions. Some of them are going right, like Algeria. They won one game, and they somehow lost the other. Morocco are doing very well, Tunisia. But there's been some incredible moments throughout the tournament that we need to go through and have a little reaction about. Are you ready, Thog Dad?
I can't wait, Theo. I love this tournament.
Dad, you know where we're going to start. We're talking about Tunisia against Mali, with the referee stopping the game in the 85th minute, blowing for full time when Mali were winning 1-0. Tunisia, who are one of the favourites of the tournament, were chasing a goal at the end, and they weren't given till the end of the match. So let me read out what happened. The ref blows for full time on the 85th minute, restarts the play, sends off a Mali player in the 87th minute. Unbelievable scenes. VAR tells the ref it's not a red, so he's had another shocker there. The ref rejects the VAR decision, and the ref blows again for full time in the 89.42nd minute. Unbelievable scenes.
Well, I'll tell you what, Theo, this is funny, but it isn't. And I'll tell you why. Because it puts the credibility of the whole tournament in doubt. Because you look at this, and you think either it's a silly mistake, and we all make mistakes, or it's something worse. AFCON have got to sort this out. Imagine if this happened at the World Cup or the Euros. There'd be an outrage.
I think it's a shame he's lost his job. I mean, you can have one shocker, but if that one shocker... you can't come back from that, can you? We can't put trust into it.
Well, that is the key word, Theo, trust. We lose our trust in the credibility of the tournament.
And I do think it's just a simple error that he made. I think he probably forgot to pause his clock when they were going on a VAR decision. That's genuinely what I believe happened, and it's such a shame that all this gives a bad light on AFCON when I've been watching so many of the games, and it's incredible. It's got everything. Underdog wins, goals galore, like scraps. Honestly, it's top banter. But when things like this happen, it's just over the line, and it's a real shame that when people think of AFCON, they think of this. But there's a funny meme that comes out of it. Hey, I'm home if you want to meet. Ref, sorry I can't. I've still got 5 minutes left to officiate. I'm home alone. Referee, blowing the whistle. That is quality. Thog Dad, do you get that?
It's funny, Theo, but I think the bigger point is AFCON, sort this out.
One of the games, I don't know exactly who it is, but it's not one of the massive ones. And they start the national anthem to this country. And then all of a sudden, you know what's going to happen here, Dad? Have you got a prediction of what's going to happen here? It stops. They're like, oh, it stopped. And he's just laughing. Like, look at his face here. If the Cameroon AFCON couldn't have another shocker, they've gone and done this. I mean, the one job they forgot before a game, get the players out in a line and play the song without an error.
Theo, you had one job to do. It reminds me of my old gramophone where you put the needle on the record.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, this has happened before at major tournaments. And there was once in Kuwait, Theo, Kazakhstan were playing. You know what they put on?
What did they do?
The Borat theme tune.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
That's not true. That never happened. But I just think it's unbelievable how AFCON 2022, a good opportunity to show the world what Africa can do. And in one of the less obvious games, shall we say, they go and mess up the audio. I don't know if it's a Bluetooth problem. I don't even know what's going on. But the reaction from the players says it's just not well run enough. But it was quite funny. Okay, this is just unbelievable. Reaction number 3. Benjamin Teti just goes and punches a player. There's a massive scrap in the game. I can't believe this is Ghana versus Gabon. So it's quite a fiery encounter. Look. The referee, he's trying to give a red card to Teti, but he's run off the pitch complaining.
I tell you what,
he's not coming back on the pitch.
Two things here. First of all, that punch was fairly crap. It's not a great punch.
I know it's
but
not.
Obviously, you can't do this.
But the dive was brilliant. The dive was brilliant.
I know.
It was like he won the ref over. The ref's trying to send him off. Teti's run down into the dressing room, trying to stop himself, seeing the red card, I guess.
But I tell you what, the referee is handling this well. He's insisting that the player comes back to get the red card.
It's unbelievable. It is a punch. I can't lie, Dad.
It's a
I'm going to be real with you.
Crap punch.
You should not do that in a football match. It hit his face, it shook his face, and he went down. And the referee wasn't even allowed to go down the dressing room because the security guards were stopping him. Right, this next clip happened more recently, yesterday to be precise. Ivory Coast against Sierra Leone. Now, Ivory Coast are one of the favourites for the tournament. They got a great team. Maxwell Cornet, Gradles, their captain, always seems to smash it. Very well-rounded, always been well-respected. They've had players like Drogba over the years. So they were thinking, all right, Sierra Leone, with a home team technically, we're 2-1 up in the 93rd minute. There's not going to be an issue. Take a look at this clip. The ball comes over. There's nobody around the Ivory Coast goalkeeper, okay? He decides to, grab the ball, fair enough, stops it from a corner, but it drops under him. His face is planted on the floor, and the ball is behind him to an open net. So what does the Sierra Leone player do? He comes and just grabs it off him and squares it. Look at that face reaction there. His face reaction is top class. He's like, no, I'm in so much trouble here. Mishits it over the Ivory Coast defender and equalises in the 93rd minute. This is pure content.
I tell you what, though, being a goalkeeper is the loneliest job in the world.
It
I'm
is,
going to
yeah.
try and be fair on this goalkeeper. That is a very dry pitch. People are falling down over the place. Now,
Dad,
can we blame
I'm
the
sorry.
pitch? He slips.
If I do that in Power League, you laugh at me.
This happens in the last minute, doesn't it, Theo?
It does.
In injury time.
It's the pressure.
Do we have to ask the question, is there something suspicious going on?
No way. He's clearly just made the mistake. Look at the Ivory Coast players. They're probably trying to stop the chance. It's just a howler.
Thank goodness Traff didn't do that yesterday.
Exactly. Could you imagine if he did?
Oh, my goodness.
I'd have just hid myself. Everyone would have been like, your twin brother, what a mug. All this. So Egypt have started very slow. Mo Salah hadn't scored yet, and they went into this Guinea-Bissau game, and they were leading 1-0, and they actually won. They held on. Unlike Ivory Coast, they held on and got the first win, and Salah scored. A lot of pressure relieved. But take a look at this clip.
Yeah.
Dad, what goes on here?
Do you know what, Theo? They're all bending down in prayer. And I absolutely love this
Yeah.
clip. It shows the depth of their faith. And I think that's
Yeah.
beautiful. And you know what? This is how I felt yesterday when Bolton beat Ipswich. At
Yeah.
the final whistle, I wanted to get down and pray. I think that's a beautiful clip.
The prostration, all symmetrical at the same time.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. It's beautiful to see. I think Egypt have done well to get their first win. They need to kick on and continue this. But it's unbelievable how everyone does it at the same time. It's like the timing's insane. But well done to Egypt on the win. Good clip. Right, this next clip, we're just watching it live. Equatorial Guinea have somehow beat the Algerian champion. Well, they're the champions of Africa. They won the Arab Cup. They won the last AFCON. This is how their journalists reacted. This guy's meant to be a professional.
Yeah.
He's meant to be there writing about Equatorial Guinea. He's lost the plot. This is such history for the country. He's running around. Oh my goodness, just look at him.
Theo,
he doesn't know what to do.
absolutely love this
Yeah.
dude. It's funny because journalists are meant to be neutral. Imagine Alan Shearer after Newcastle have won, or Gary Lineker after
He's
Leicester have
praying
won.
to the gods. He's turned back into a fan. That's how special
Yeah.
this moment is. When you have a job in football like I do, and I'm so
Yeah.
privileged to have that, this is what happens. Sometimes you got to go from reporting to being a fan. And I'm lucky to have that opportunity as well. But look at him. He's just loving it. He's dancing. He's having the time of his life. And so be it. It should be like that, right?
Do you know what? Quite simply, this shows the joy of football.
I love the joy of Africa as well.
Yeah.
I want to really go to an AFCON when they get fans back in future years. Because look, they're having to use clips of journalists. Because they don't have that many fans in the ground. It's a real shame. We're going to go to a future AFCON for limbs like this. I love it. Right, we're going back to that game. Okay, Ivory Coast against Sierra Leone. The 2-2 draw with the mistake at the end. But do you know what that 93rd minute equaliser did for Sierra Leone? The country went into pure bonkers mode. Look at the limbs, Dad. It's just crazy. They've got a whole big screen showing the game. All the fans are there. What are they feeling, Dad?
Well, I'll tell you what, I've been to Sierra Leone, Theo, a couple of times. I've coached football there.
Yeah.
The passion for football, it looks like Aberdeen Beach. The passion for football there is absolutely astonishing. I love this clip. Look at the joy in the faces of those fans. Amazing.
I know that feeling. When England beat Denmark, when Bolton beat Ipswich, when we finally get that win that you so deserve and want. Or not win, it's a draw, but it feels like a win because it's against Ivory Coast, who are known to be one of the best teams. What an incredible result for the nation of Sierra Leone. If you're from Sierra Leone, I hope you enjoyed that result. They're even celebrating with an ambulance. You would not see this anywhere else. This is just unbelievable. They've turned up from the job, or why has he got an ambulance? They've got a draw from an Ivory Coast mistake, and they're having a party. I don't even want to see the state if they win. Oh my gosh. So Sierra Leone fans weren't just celebrating in their country. Here's a few of the London boys from Sierra Leone reacting to their draw against Ivory Coast.
Yo, Ivory Coast, come outside.
Nigeria, where
Come
you
outside.
at? Nigeria, where you at?
Come outside. What that bastard because I cannot go. Ghana, come outside. Come get your stuff back. Come get your stuff back. Come get your stuff back. You don't reach. You bastard pick it on. I cannot do.
They're calling out Ivory Coast, Algeria, Senegal. All the big boys are getting called out. Come get your stuff back. Oh, shots are fired there. Sierra Leone, they've got some confidence now. I saw Harry Pinero as well. He tweeted.
Yeah.
Big up him as well. I love when people are just proud of their country doing well and they're bigging themselves up on Twitter.
Well, I'll tell you what,
look, it might come back to haunt them, this.
It might. But Theo, this is just football banter. It's the same the world over. When your team wins, if you're one of the underdogs, give it large.
Anyone with Sierra Leone blood in them is just having a party right now. All the countries in the world. This clip is hilarious. When I first watched that clip, I was laughing. Thogden's like, what is going on here?
Yeah,
but I was like, this
right.
is just quite like, it's London for you. Right, this is just amazing. So Morocco are 1-0 up against Ghana late on. And the ex-Southampton winger, Moroccan flair boy, Boufal, decides to take the piss here, all right? I don't know who the defender is, but he just mugs him off. He stops it, good touch on the side, flick up, bye-bye, takes a touch, and the Ghanaian whacks him. He wins a free kick. He's done exactly what the Moroccans want. Waste a bit of time there.
I tell you what, I understand that defender. That's exactly what I do. Body him.
But that's just a disgrace. He literally chipped it over his head.
No,
That's just... Honestly,
funny.
He's mugged him off there.
Yeah, he has.
Badly. And that was way back, but I still got to show the clip. It's unreal. As we spoke about Equatorial Guinea, their fans went absolutely crazy when they beat Algeria because they are the African champions, right?
Yeah.
But there were Algerian fans in the ground, very gutted. Here's a lady who, as you can tell from her face expression, was gutted from losing, but she still had to get that Instagram photo. Now, I'm going to point out, I can relate to this clip.
Yeah.
Okay, when England lost to, in the Euros final against Italy, dare I mention it, we lost that game and I was absolutely gutted. I wanted to go home and cry and just look at the wall and think, why didn't we do this? Why didn't we do that? Okay, but I had to record. You have to get to the end of the story. It's like the vlog doesn't stop when things don't go well. Obviously, I don't want to film it, but it's part of the story. I have to still do it. I know exactly how she feels.
Exactly. Look at the poor lass's face. We saw you cry on the telly. Again, that's football. That's the reaction to your nation, to your team losing.
But that's what it is. It's not always going to go your way. Equatorial Guinea, they've had the passion. They've gone and got the 3 points. Algeria, you can still do well, but not from that match. We actually watched this game live, didn't we, Dad?
We did.
First, it was the opener, Cameroon.
Yeah.
Unbelievable challenge. The Cameroon player's trying to run through. Why is his studs up about his head height?
Well, do you know what? This is one of the worst tackles I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, you could call it a Sunday League challenge, but I never see that in Sunday League. I never see it that bad in Sunday League.
I'm going to be real. I don't know why that we were listening to the commentary of that game, and they were like, I'm so surprised he's booking a player this early in the match.
Do you know what, Theo?
That could have been a red.
My friends who work in sports betting were just laughing at this. A yellow card, it could have been a red card in the first minute of AFCON. That's all I want to say.
So, look, they're in the hotel. We've all been there. Like, we've all been on football trips with our mates. You might have done it with your Thursday night boys. I've gone on football trips with my team. We've all been there, growing up through the Yanks. And when you're in the hotel, you've just won a game, especially when there's, everyone's feeling good. You're in a new place. You're with your boys. You've got to prank them. So they get the music going here. You're thinking, oh no. What's going on here? Why are they playing music outside someone's door? Oh, wait for it. They're dancing. They're loving it. Bang, bang. No one's getting sleep in that hotel room. I'm sorry.
Do you know the thing about us boys? We never grow up. And Theo, it reminds me of my cricket tours. This is a sort of nonsense that I still get up to on tour.
I love it.
Brilliant clip.
It's the sort of stuff you've got to do. AFCON has been full of events. Look, people can slate it and say this and that, but I'm just excited to see how the final rounds commence and who's going to win this. And when the games get a bit more serious, what will go down. It has been a crazy event so far. Thogdad, what's your take?
It is an intriguing tournament. Yeah. We absolutely love it. We can't wait to go to the next one.
It's got everything, isn't it?
And it provides some great moments for us to talk about. So just enjoy it.
Crazy fans, crazy journalists, underdogs winning like we saw with Sierra Leone getting a draw, Equatorial Guinea beating Algeria. Brilliant. Do you know what the odds of that? Must have been like 100 to 1 before the game. It's unbelievable. Smash the like button if you want to see us maybe live stream or even cover one of the final matches. Please subscribe for more Africa Cup of Nations content. We're going to go out there in a future year, aren't we, Dad? We're going to go support the team. Look, I think I've picked Morocco so far this tournament. They've been unbelievable. I think they can win it.
Yes, I reckon they could. If you want to know what we think, go back to our video and watch it, because we've given our predictions.
That's all from us. We're going to probably react to some more clips when we get to the latter stages of the tournament. We are loving it. I will see you in a bit. Bye, guys.
See ya.